Hello, my name is Sheldon Neely, and I serve as mayor of the great city of Flint. I have enjoyed watching the Flint Youth Film Festival grow. This year, more than 250 entries from across the USA has entered the contest. I am so proud to see Flint becoming the mecca for young people, using the canvas of your imagination to create something great and brand new for us all to enjoy. Your voices and your talent is welcome and supported here in this amazing city. The city of Flint celebrates the 60 finalists in this competition this year. Once again, congratulations and thank you so much for your talent and your tools that you're using to improve the quality of life for residents in this community. And thank you, thank you, thank you. God bless.
Hello, I'm Justin Brown, the director of the Flint Youth Film Festival, coming to you from the Flint Institute of Arts, and I'd like to take a moment and welcome you to this year's Flint Youth Film Festival awards ceremony. We had a number of films submitted this year, almost too many to count, but we went through every single one of them and gave it our best judgment, and we came up with a fantastic selection of films. They're all currently available on our YouTube channel, as well as our website until the end of the month. Check them out if you haven't had a chance, but also check them out again because they're that much fun. Now, before we get started, I'd like to take a moment and talk about some very important people. Our sponsors. The Michigan Council for Arts and Cultural Affairs, Share Art Genesee, the James A. Welch Foundation, the A.G. Bishop Charitable Trust, the Michigan Humanities Council, the Flint Institute of Arts, Mott Community College, the Charles Stewart Mott Foundation, and I'm Michigan Productions. Thank you for your support. And we also like to thank you, the viewers, because all this couldn't happen without you guys tuning in every single year. Thank you. And with that, I'm going to turn it over to our hosts for the evening, William Redwine and Madison Labonte.
Hello, I'm William Redwine.
And I'm Madison Levante.
And we want to welcome you all to the 2022 Flint Youth Film Festival.
Gosh, I'm excited to be here at the FIA. How about you, William?
I'm definitely excited. I mean, no audience or anything, so...
What do you mean?
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm happy to be hosting, but with no audience, it's a lot better.
I mean, if you think about it, we do kind of have a live audience.
What?
I mean, this will be presented online at like the same time we're talking, so we have an audience.
That doesn't count.
Whatever. Anyway, we're excited to present the filmmakers of yet another Flint Youth Film Festival.
And what the festival has been.
And not to mention the entries from all over the country, just showing how diverse and creative our young population can be.
And we're looking forward to seeing who are the winners this year.
So am I. So let's get started.
to the beginning.
which is the Craft Awards.
If your script isn't solid, no matter how much the director or cinematographer do to work their magic, it's not going to turn out right. So we're taking a moment right now to acknowledge and highlight writers that made a film and the script stand out.
When it comes to the look and feel of a film, the script is an important part of the process. Just as important, the cinematography. Now it's time to highlight the cinematographers who helped their films stand out.
A director's job is to bring a script to life. They work with actors and cinematographers to help bring a visual look to a script to give something for fans to talk about. Right now, we're about to highlight and show great directors that stood out the best. Congratulations to all the winners. Now what?
Well, we could leave early. Or get back to the awards.
You really think we can leave?
Nah, I think Justin locked all the doors.
Isn't that like a fire hazard or something?
Probably.
Anyway, on with the awards.
We wanted to take a moment to recognize the young filmmaker who did one of the hardest things when making a film, finishing it. A Stellar Vacation, Noah Shin.
This year's films gave us a lot of different perspectives important to the filmmakers. Here is nonfiction, 16 through 18.
There's really only one way to know that things have gotten bad. They get a lot worse. Long before we reject something we fail to understand, we attempt to make it digestible, attractive, relative. On more than one occasion, I have heard family and friends compare this feeling I've described to the act of drowning. It's a horrible comparison.
It's pretty obvious, like, you always hear the common things, like, oh, he's dark, he can't swim, he's normally, like, a runner and all that. There was this one night practice, we were scrimmaging, it was, like, a Saturday, and there was an older kid who happened to get so angry, he basically came out and just started saying the N-word and started saying, like, every slur that you could ever think of, imaginable. It didn't hurt me as much as I saw it hurt other people. Is that, like, I hate seeing other people hurt.
One of the programs that HUD is administering is the public housing program. HUD has certain responsibilities for managing it, but local public housing authorities have the more day-to-day management responsibilities. Traditionally, what's happened is the federal government has underfunded the operating expenses.
It's not going to be any different than a completely normal made-out cat. Some people come in for to just get a cat because somebody at home is allergic, so they just want to pet the cat. Some people are looking to adopt. Some people just want to know more about them. Some people are here out of curiosity. Kids, it's completely different. Kids, depending on their age.
I had lots of surgeries growing up. I had a surgery at 3 days old, 3 weeks old, and then I had a surgery about 2 years ago. And then I was about 10 months old when my leg got amputated, and I had surgery to stop my growth plate when I was in 2nd grade. Growing up, being amputee didn't really affect me as I didn't really see it as a difference.
Fortunately, Tara has always been very able-bodied. She seems to always had a good understanding of her body.
Black artists are able to tell a story, to engage and enlighten people through their work, to uplift those around them, to bring joy to the streets of this city. Their art allows them to share their voice, to positively impact people and communities. It helps our city thrive from these talented artists that change, that help, and that impact it every day.
I think it's gotten a bit better because I used to be like really bad. Like I wouldn't eat for weeks and then I'll just have like the biggest binge session ever. So I think it's definitely gotten better.
Do you know what it is?
I think it's really like, it's just like, I think I've just changed again.
Yes, I lived next to a shingles production plant that used to have a lot of pollution, so it would prevent me from playing outside, doing any physical activity because my asthma would get really bad and I would have attacks.
Andy is one of many daughters who worries about her parents' well-being as they are unable to move into cleaner areas.
People with darker skin are just not seen as beautiful. The lack of representation, because like even with representation of African Americans and Black Americans in media and in Hollywood, it's generally of lighter skinned people.
In India, there are beauty standards that are at a higher level than they are here. Colorism is a really big thing in India. Going to India, I would almost always see like Fair and Lovely cream ads. The ad is always the same.
And the runner-up, Golden Vision.
My apartment hasn't been painted since I've been here in this apartment. It's been over 20 years.
The Housing Authority, you know, they do piecemeal things.
You better call and make sure that it's an emergency when you call so that they can fix whatever it is, because otherwise it'll just lull along.
And the winner, The Beauty Conversation.
Growing up in the Midwest, I thought I had to look a certain way because these other girls looked this way. No one else looked the way I did. It really made me hate myself. I wanted to change and I wanted to be different. Inner beauty is what got me to this point. For a while, I was like, have to wear this because this is what everyone else is wearing, and I have to have this face shape, and I have to be this weight.
The young filmmakers in this category gave us a wide variety of films to enjoy. Here are the films for fiction 16 through 18.
It was busy, so I'm hosting the club.
Who's the sponsor this year?
Today we'll be learning about... Does anyone have any guesses?
Are we starting with bird watching?
No, we are talking about birdhouses.
Do you think we should wait for another meeting to do this?
Why would I do that? This is what I had planned for the first meeting.
It's just that I'm the only one who joined today, and I thought you might want to do it another time.
You know what Comic Con is? Hey, what do you think like Cosmo? Hey, what are you doing, man? Yeah!
writing something really good, like something like the best thing I've written so far. I just haven't figured out what I need, that thing I need to start writing it. It's all still up here, and I need something to be able to get it out on paper.
Oh, you're so good. I have confidence you'll get it. Keep going. I think Miss English is coming to bring me some clothes to look at, so I'm going to go check and see if she's here.
Sounds good.
All right.
Oh, party's over, Leon. I own this theater and my goons are plastered across the walls. Now you step off that stage and give me the bud, and I'll spare your life.
That's where you've got it all wrong. I don't have the bird.
Oh, I ain't playing, wizard boy. That bird's worth more than your life. Oh, Antonio loves the mob's monthly wizard show, and even he can't forgive this.
Whoever wrote this is a genius.
Good. You're doing great.
Wait, we're on? Hello everybody, my name is Professor Jeremiah Watson, and I strongly advise you all to stop what it is you're doing right now and give us your full attention before you're forced to return to your regularly scheduled program. Don't turn away from the channel! Don't turn away from the channel! Your life may never be the same because of it, at least I hope it won't. Have you ever felt you were destined for something greater, something beyond yourself, something beyond what you believed even others could achieve? Well, you and I should get a drink sometime, because the two of us, we have a lot in common. It was a January afternoon. The world was weary, and the sky...
Runner-up, Dear Reader.
This, dear reader, gives me hope, not just for me, but for you. My hope is that whenever you find and read this letter, it will be a time of peace, a time free of uncontrollable disease, a time when all are truly equal, and most importantly, a time when no hope, dream, or ambition will be obstructed by inequality.
And the winner is Unzipped. The films in this category show the filmmakers taking a step up. Here are the films for nonfiction 19 through 21.
I mean, it's like a childhood bomb went off in my room. I don't think I've touched or thrown anything away in years. But I mean, that leaves me with some, some pretty good things in here, some good memories. But there's definitely some things that I need to move on from.
Por eso yo tengo mucha fe, porque me ha dado prueba de que existe Dios. Imagínate. Yo quería que yo la dejara viva, ni que fuera inválida. Y que va, Dios hizo su milagro. Ella no caminaba, tenía un brazo muerto y un pie. Y pedí con fe a la Virgen de Altagracia y al Cristo de Vallaguana.
It's a little house by most people's by modern standards, and it backs up to a river, the Sugar River. There's a kitchen, a small room downstairs that I use for a bedroom, and a very large back room that we use for all kinds of things now, working and TV. That attaches to the barn, and upstairs there are essentially 3 bedrooms.
But within a rich history, something darker lies just beneath the surface.
I have had loosely personal experiences. The most familiar paranormal activity that I have in St. Augustine has to do with Ponce de Leon Hall, right over here at Flagler, as well as Forgotten Tonic. It's sort of like a running joke, but not really a joke at the bar I work at, that it is haunted.
Oh, 100%, yes.
Je réalisais petit à petit que j'avais besoin de partir. Lorsque j'en ai eu l'occasion, je n'ai plus hésité. J'ai finalement déménagé aux États-Unis avec l'intention d'étudier la photographie.
The runner-up, the in-between.
What path I want to take.
La photographie m'a aidé à construire un foyer et un sentiment d'identité qui me suivrait partout où j'irais.
And the winner, Gemütliat.
One of the greatest things about this place is you can come in and sit down next to somebody that you've never met before and have good conversation over good food. And I think it just brings the whole community closer together. And you don't see that anywhere else around here. I think it's important. I think it keeps culture alive, and it's always nice to meet new people.
The filmmakers here made some creative shorts that allowed them to explore different ideas. Here are the entries for experimental 19 through 21.
What is the meaning of life? Some might say love, caring about others, holding them tight. Some say happiness, doing things that bring you true joy. It's sad though. Some people hurt, they don't feel happy, they're not in love. Some people don't even want to live.
Life is a test. Isn't that the same thing? Heaven or hell, winner or loser?
Come watch.
So when you're a chess coach in 7th grade and a 5th grader destroys you 10 games in a row. You swallow your tears.
And the runner-up, a sentence that ends in a word that starts a new one.
How do you spell your name?
Letao.
Letao. Cool.
What God does, this is incredible. God takes all the obedience of Jesus, everything he did right, and he puts it on your account. Jesus. And when he looks like, should I bless them? Have they been obedient? Oh, look, they've been obeying me. He looks at the account of Jesus.
And the winner is life.
It's sad though. Some people hurt. They don't feel happy. They're not in love. Some people don't even want to live. But it's kind of funny. In their last moments, regardless of how somebody feels, they fight for life.
The films in this category blew us away. Here are the entries for fiction 19 through 21.
Wendy? Jane?
We can always get another one. It'll look the same.
No.
Fair enough. Maybe it was meant to be.
I mean, it was made to be in the sky.
I'm sorry your proposal didn't get picked.
Okay, and why do you think that you got picked? Because you're Muslim? I mean, I saw what you did to that homeless guy. You're such a hypocrite.
Look who's talking, wife. You know pork is forbidden.
See, you're rude as hell for no reason. You still think that Sacramento has this big anti-Muslim problem?
The topic's my choice.
Yeah, I know. Look, Sacramento has its problems, but they rarely happen. I mean, the city's pretty...
Did you find it? Yep. That's mine. That's yours? Okay, then what's inside it? It's just some stupid letter I wrote in college. Oh my god.
Who I can be. I'm done. What? That is the lesson. Your sword isn't your strength, Emrys. Strength is who you are, not what you have. You don't need to search or fight for something. It's already there.
Mr. Powell's will clearly states that unless you are able to make the funeral arrangements, you are not entitled to take any of his possessions.
Funeral arrangements? What does that mean?
It means covering the cost of his funeral. The coffin, the service, the grave, the whole 9 yards. We can make the arrangements on your credit card.
About that, I'm actually...
Intense spaghetti. Yeah. Oh, and thank you, Mommy, for teaching me how to cook.
And yeah, I really, really like it now. 好，那我要吃喽，拜。
If I have another, I'm actually gonna.
Oh, stop complaining.
Come on.
You need to eat it.
I'm complaining. I'm telling you.
Yeah,
I'm
you need to
trying
eat it
not
too.
vomit.
Come on. Okay. Calm down. Okay? Paul, I'd really like for you to have it.
No, I think you should have it.
No.
And the runner-up, to him.
And maybe it's selfish, loving someone you know you cannot have. Maybe it is selfish to risk a special friendship for something so uncertain. And so, because I love him, I am happy with whatever small part in his life I'm able to play.
And the winner, Polyglottos.
The films in this category gave us plenty to think about. Here are the films for nonfiction 22 through 25.
El machismo es un comportamiento cultural y social que, si bien es cierto los hombres lo reproducen en el espacio doméstico, muchas veces las mujeres en la propia crianza lo mantienen y lo sostienen. Por ejemplo, en Puerto Rico todavía en la crianza se le dice...
At that point I realized, you know what, it really isn't so bad. I needed to build up a tolerance.
I believe this is the first ever Grinch script.
The Cambria font, I always remember the Cambria font. So as soon as I started from Grinch, I went on to Shrek, which was my first lead. And that was the moment when I realized, okay, I have something that I didn't realize I had before.
Every day I will spend 1 to 2 hours walking and taking photos of Beijing. That I do not need to think about bothering questions about how can I finish the projects without equipment, how to take online classes in that small room, when will the surgery be resumed again to end our hopeless waiting, and how can I take good care of a patient if I can't even take care of myself? Empty my mind, I seize freedom.
The runner-up, Rise.
So living under the autism spectrum as an actor, really, you get some strengths and some challenges with it. Something I consider as a strength is just the amount of time that I spend thinking about the material that I'm doing. When you're on the autism spectrum, sometimes thoughts stick in your head. As an actor, if you're trying to memorize a script, that's very helpful. That's very, very...
And the winner, Outbreak Goldfish.
After I got home, I started to stay up late at night, go to bed at 4 a.m. and get up at 12. I've always been a night owl, but previously it was because of the projects or parties. Now it is just about killing time, because I don't have any expectations for tomorrow.
These experimental films were stunning and well done. Here are the entries for experimental 22 to 25.
kind of just called to hear your voice, so your voice recording was enough. I should hang up. What am I doing? So I feel kind of dumb, but I miss you. I've been thinking about you, and I've been thinking about our love, and how much I miss your touch. I miss being around you.
Fall in love with the sand.
Surprise! Geography quiz.
And the runner-up, The Body of a Rational Creature. And the winner, Capsation.
This batch of films was also original and had us feeling so many things. Here are the films for fiction 22 through 25.
Hello? Hello? Can you hear me?
You aren't gonna eat?
I was just waiting to see how you were feeling. Sherman. Why are they all staring at us?
They just want you to enjoy the food.
Ma'am, is everything okay with the food?
Hello? No, I am.
That was crazy, right? I mean, what are the odds, Deb? Hopefully nobody got hurt during the blast. You know, standard bomb protocols and state safety, of course.
Sorry, that's probably a story for another time now, isn't it?
Secondly, meet Cecily Burke. Cecily has had a very interesting career, as she used to work in politics, serving as the top horse in the Secret Service under the Truman administration.
Hi, how's it going? I'm Cecily, and I'm like really into leadership. I like long walks on the beach, a warm cup of coffee to start my day, and I'd also consider myself very...
We'll dance.
Oh, okay. I have to pee, actually.
Stop, don't worry about the future. Whoa.
Hey, you might want to keep it down. You know they're looking for new hires.
Really? Well, it'd be nice to see some new faces around here.
Ouch.
No, that's not what I meant.
Uh-huh. Well, let Mr. Price know if there's anyone that wants a job here.
Wait, what? No way. They want an interview.
The runner-up, If These Walls Could Talk. And the winner, Trattoria.
Can I please get my jacket?
You haven't had dessert.
Yeah, I know about dessert. I'm good. Can I please get my jacket? Okay.
Last year we had so many animated films that this year we gave it its own category. Here are the films for animation.
Does your nose not honk like the rest? Do your jokes not land with the best? Have you grown tired of the noise? Little clown,
so quiet and meek. You ought to be a mime. Your demure nature will be at ease. Your silence will be key. Little mime.
Shut up! Lucas?
Who's there? Not funny. I'm telling Mrs. J.
Really? Think she'll believe you?
You wouldn't.
Is your friend an alien?
Yeah.
No. There's something in the bathroom.
Who did this?
Nobody!
And the runner-up, A Fleeting Moment. And the winner, Mr. Sun.
This year we had some interesting screenplays. They've been up on our website for the past month, and you can go check them out after the show. The top 2 will receive a reading for themselves, and it'll be up on our YouTube channel. The runner-up, The Snailing. And the winner, Free Space.
Now, before we go on, I have to say that the films have been fantastic this year.
I agree. You know what would be great? If there was a way that I could learn how they were made, or about the different things in this industry.
It's funny you say that, because there is a way.
Are you talking about the Film Appreciation Academy?
That's right, the Film Appreciation Academy. An extension of the festival, it allows young people to learn about the art of filmmaking.
Through online screenings, students will watch films, discuss with other students, and learn about the different opportunities.
For more information, visit www.filmappreciationacademy.com. The Heart Award is one of our favorite awards to give out.
Yes, it normally goes to the film that shows a filmmaker being truthful, honest, or showing a part of themselves or something they find important. Or in other words, they put their heart into it. This year was very tough to choose.
But we decided and we have chosen a winner. Here to announce our winner, our director, Justin Brown.
This year's Heart Award was difficult to choose. There are so many worthy films, but at the end, there can be only one. This year's winner is a film about perception, about a woman's right to bodily autonomy, and how they're perceived in society. This filmmaker took their experience as a filmmaker and put together something with lights, movement, props, and it all came together wonderfully, and everyone who saw it really thought it was powerful and enjoyable. So I'd like to announce this year's winner of the 2022 Heart Award is The Body of a Rational Creature by Jordan Scudar.
And now, the moment you've all been waiting for.
Some of you at least.
The Audience Choice Award.
The votes have been counted and we have a winner.
But first, let's add some tension.
In 5th place, Tara.
4th place, Between the Lines.
3rd place, Any Way You Slice It.
2nd place, Trattoria.
And the winner for this year's Audience Choice is...
A Fleeting Moment.
Okay, that's a wrap for this year's festival. The films will be available on the website until the end of the month.
And tonight's winners will be shown here at the FIA in the Media Arts Gallery through the whole month of September. We welcome you to come stop in and watch and enjoy the rest of the galleries.
And before we leave, we want to once again thank our sponsors.
The Michigan Council for Arts and Cultural Affairs, Share Art Genesee, the James A. Welch Foundation, the A.G. Bishop Charitable Trust, the Michigan Humanities Council, the Flint Institute of Arts, Mott Community College, the Charles Stewart Mott Foundation, and I'm Michigan Productions.
That's it for the 2022 Flint Youth Film Festival. I'm William Redwine.
And I'm Madison Labonte, and we hope you'll join us next year.